So, good morning, all of you. Today we are going to learn the poem, that is poem number 21, Flint. Okay. This is the poem Flint. Now, I will tell you what is the meaning of flint, but let us first read the poem. Okay. An emerald is as green as grass, a ruby red as blood, a sapphire shines as blue as heaven, a flint lies in the mud. A diamond is a brilliant stone to catch the world's desire. An opal holds a fiery spark, but a flint holds fire. By Christina Rosty. Now, in this poem, what the poet wants to tell, he is telling that the he is telling about some of the stones. He gave us the pictures. You can see some of the pictures of the stones given: green, red, then blue. Yes, all these are the pictures of the stones where, okay, so where he gave us the look of that diamond, the emerald. What is the an emerald? Emerald is a green stone. You can see over here. It's a green stone looking as like a grass. What did he compare that? It's a very beautiful color where it looks like a grass. Okay. So emerald is a green color stone. Now, when he talked about the ruby, okay, you know that ruby, every diamond which we have in our finger, red color, it is ruby. So a ruby red, what's the color of that? It's a red color ruby. It looks like as a blood. What is the color of the ruby is compared with? It is compared with the blood. Okay, so we have seen the two diamonds. Let us see the third one, that is sapphire. Sapphire means this one, this this is called the sapphire. And how it shines? It shines as blue as heaven. Okay, so what is the color of sapphire? Sapphire's color is blue. And how does it shine? It shines like in heaven. Now, many of the cartoons, when you saw, just gave you the imagination that they were in the heaven. So at that time, when you observe carefully, you can see all over there is a blue color reflecting. Yes, the heaven is having a blue shade. So that is why the sapphire is compared with the heaven. It looks so beautiful. But in and all, when he compared all these three diamonds, they are precious, they are beautiful, they are like different colors. But when the poet is talking about a flint, he says that it lies in the mud. It does not value a more, but it where does it find? We found it in a mud. Okay, it is not of that quality. You will not find it attractive. It will not be very brilliant or very bright or colorful stone. It's very common stone where you can find it. Okay, where you can find it? If you can find it in a mud. So what is a flint? Flint is a very hard gray color stone. Okay, it is a gray color stone. You can see over here. It's a gray color stone which is used to produce the fire. We spark these stones on each other and they produced the fire. Okay, that is called a flint. So where do we find the flint? We found the flint in mud. Okay, so the poet is comparing so many of the beautiful stones, but what did he said? He said that I found the flint in a mud. When I have the emerald, when I have the ruby, the sapphire, They are not very much precious. They are not useful for me. But what I found is very precious for me. That is a flint, which I found in a mud. Okay, so this was the first para. Let us see the second one. A diamond is a brilliant stone. You know, when we have the diamond, yes, here it is. The diamond. It's a brilliant, means it shines like very brightly. It shines. It sparks. The you can see whenever you found it. Uh, you found it. Uh, shiny. So, so the diamond is as brilliant stone, means it's brightly shining. It's very beautiful stone to catch the world's desire. You know, when it comes to the diamond, the women are very badly in love with that. Yes, they desire to have that. Desire means they want it in any of the mm, time. Okay, if the woman is wearing a diamond necklace, diamond earring, she show off. She have that attitude. So that is why it is catch the world's desire. You just have a diamond, you will be the valuable person. You will have that attitude. Okay, that is why a diamond is called a brilliant stone. It shines very brightly. Okay, an opal holds a fiery spark. Now, what he's talking about a opal. Opal means what? It's a stone where you have a lots of color, fiery spark colors. Okay, it is in multicolored. You have seen many of the stones which are having so many colors: green, yellow, red, fiery sparks colors. So that is called an opal diamond. It's a gemstone. Okay, it's a gemstone. So an opal holds the fiery spark. It can you can see over here, it looks like it's having a spark, but does it value that? No, an opal also doesn't value to the flint. The flint, it holds the fire. Okay, what is the importance of the flint? That flint is holding the fire. Okay, so that's why the poet found flint as worthy as compared to other stones. It is valuable. Okay, this is the poem all about. Very simple, very easy poem which we have compared with the other stones. But what the Christina found, she found the flint as important. Whether it is found in the mud, whether it is used to generate, it is in a dark gray color, but it is used to produce the spark, to light the fire. Okay, so that is the understanding. Now let us see the rhyming words. Neelam, what is the rhyming word in this? Let us see. Blood, mud. What is the rhyming word? Blood, mud. Wait a minute. Wait a second. Okay. So, blood, blood, mud. These are the rhyming words in the first stanza. And in the second stanza, desire, fire. These two are the rhyming words which each other. Okay, this is all about desire, fire. Okay, so I hope all of you must have understood the poem Flint. Let me read once again for you. An amaranth is as green as grass, a ruby red as blood, a sapphire shines as blue as heaven, a flint lies in the mud. A diamond is a brilliant stone to catch the world's desire. An opal holds a fiery spark, but a flint holds the fire. The poem is written by Christina Rosty. Okay. Okay. Well, the second topic which we are going to learn today is about the champa flower. It's a poem, and in this poem, you can understand a small children's feeling. What he exactly wants to have the fun with the mother. The whole day he wants to spend with the mother, and he wants to do something innovative. He's just imagining his life, that how his mother will be, how she is spending her whole day. Okay, let us try to understand with the help of the champa flower. Let us try to understand what the small child or a son wants to convey the mother. What is his whole day he was doing? I'll first read the first stanza and then I'll explain. Supposing I became a champa flower just for fun. What did he said? He said, I want to become a champa flower. I just have to imagine. As you are that child, you have to suppose, imagine that just for fun. Okay. And grieve on a branch high up that tree. What he is saying that I will grieve up on the tree. Okay, I will grieve over there as one of the flower from all this. And shook in the wind with laughter. What did he said? He will shook means he will just have an enjoy or a free life over there. He will laugh, he will enjoy with the wind and danced upon the newly budded leaves. What did he say that? I will enjoy with other flowers. They will just shook with the wind. I will also go with them. I will dance like that. Okay, I will enjoy whole of my day with the newly budded. Newly budded means the uh, small flowers which are not flourished. Okay, I will enjoy with them the whole day. Would you know me, mother? What he is asking to his mother that if I am on the top of that tree as a flower, as a champa flower, I'm enjoying, I'm dancing with the other friends, other flowers, budded leaves. Would you know me? Can you recognize me? Can you found me? He's asking that to his mother. Now, in the second stanza, he continued saying that you would call, baby, where are you? What? The mother will search for the baby. He is telling all the day what his mother is doing. He observed that very carefully and he want to make the fun with the mother. What did he say that you would call me, you will search for me, saying, baby, where are you? And I should laugh to myself. I will be here on the top. Okay? I will be here on the top of that tree. Some of one flower from this. But what I will do, as you were searching me, you are finding me, you are calling me, what I will do, I will just keep laughing. Okay? I will just keep laughing. Okay? And keep quit. What did he say? That I will not give response to your call. Whether you are calling, baby, where are you? Where are you? Where are you, baby? But I will be quiet. I will not give you the response that, mama, I'm on the top of the tree as a flower. I will not give that kind of response. Now, further, the child says that I should slyly open the petals and watch you at your work. Slyly open means, um, wait a minute. Slyly means secret manner. What is the meaning of slyly? Slyly, the exact meaning is secret manner. It means I will quietly, in a way, without making any kind of noise, I will open my petals and I will keep watching you. I will not sleep over there. What I will do, I will just keep watching you from that top of the tree. Because where I was in the window side at your house. Okay? In our house, the window is there. In that window,